up here today on our concrete rubble pile, and this pile simulates a collapsed concrete structure. And what we have done is we have taken someone and we've hidden them away from the dogs. The dog will start down at the end of the pile and will search this whole area until he finds scent of the person that we have buried. Once he finds that human scent that is still alive, that he can't see, he will alert and bark and let us know that he has found his victim.
Hi, I'm Janine McKinney. I'm a canine handler for New Mexico Task Force 1. I'm down here for a monthly training here at the Permian Basin Training Facility. This has been a really great training opportunity for us. We live out of town, so it's well worth our while to come on down here once a month. And this is Haley. She's a trainee. She is not certified yet, but she's well on her way. So Haley is going to do a motivational training right now. We have an alert barrel that is a beginning stage of learning how to alert for victims that are buried in rubble. So this is a very primary step in their training, but they love it. It's very motivational for the dogs.
As you can see, our rubble piles consist of a lot of disused old equipment. When you go to a regular disaster, you really don't know how to plan for it. When we went to the Pentagon after 9/11, we wouldn't have thought about flying a plane into the building. That's just not something that we would have thought about. But we try to simulate every possible disaster situation that we can. Right now with those dogs over in Japan, they and their human partners are going through all sorts of different rubble, very unstable surfaces, very slick and slippery, not very structurally sound. It's very difficult and hazardous for both the handler and the canine to walk on. When we went down to New Orleans after Katrina, we were riding around in small John boats. We were floating over the top of fences. We would look down in the water and we'd see cars right below us. And then further on we would see gas leaks and fire actually coming out of the water. That type of thing is difficult to train for, as the Pentagon was. We wouldn't have thought about flying a plane into a building. That's why we at the Permian Basin here would love to have an airplane so that we could train for that type of disaster, whether it be an actual airline crash or a terrorist attack on our country. We like to have our dogs and partners trained as well as we can.
My name is Jim McKinney. I'm a search team manager for New Mexico Task Force 1. Today I'm acting as a victim for the dogs, and basically what that is I get buried in a pile and wait for the dogs to come and alert on me, which would be a bark alert, and then I would reward them with a toy. Being down, buried underneath concrete and rubble is quite a humbling experience. You get to, we're buried by ourselves, but if we were buried by a natural disaster, you'd be a lot more cramped, and it's pretty frightening down there in the holes.
Jim, Janine, and I, all three of us, went to Tech Search Specialist School. And in that school, they teach you how to use the fiber optics, the video search cam, the listening devices, all the really high-tech equipment. And you have this huge pile, and you get up there and you look and you think, oh my gosh, we could be here for hours and hours and hours putting our little cameras down in a hole and trying to focus and trying to see, to recognize if there's anybody trapped. And if you send a dog, the dog can do that job that would take you days. It could do it in 30 seconds. our last night, you have a problem-based scenario, and you have all the people who are in the class together, and then they had the canines come in and do a demonstration for us and everything. And here we are. It was night. We've been working all week and everything, and one of the gentlemen who was part of the class, they said, okay, we're ready to start, and the guy looks over at all of us and he says, the heck with doing this, why don't we just call the canines and we could all go out and have a beer.
The dogs are really used for the hasty search right at the beginning. That's the best use for them, is coming in front end before we have the engineers look at the building, try to decide what's safe, what isn't. And we're sending those dogs where we're not going to send people.
Yeah.
And to see if the risk is worth it. If there's living people under that rubble, then the whole team's going to make an assessment, and then they're going to go in and get them. When people come to a pile like this, we see it in one way, but it pays to get down low and see what the dog sees. It's a whole different world close to the ground. We come walking up here, we can see far away. The dogs come in, they can't see over the next brow. They have no idea there's a deep chasm right there. It's a whole different game for a dog. So it's good to remember that, and as handlers, if we're training them, we want to set them up for success. So we're not going to set up a scenario that we don't know pretty sure what's going to happen with the dog, because we want them to succeed and then have gradual problems so they can continue to succeed. Once they learn those things, then we'll make problems that are like surprises for them. We want to make sure the dog can work through those stressful situations, but at the beginning we're making sure that dog learns his lessons and doesn't have a fearful experience.
We've had a great day here training at the Permian Basin. All the dogs are very anxious to do their job, and you can see that they absolutely love the game. And that's what it is to them. They do it all for this interaction, this play, and they'll do it over and over again until they find who they're looking for. Good girl, Boots Kitty.